Hello, friends. Have you ever wondered why some people wake up every morning without hitting snooze, exercise, stay focused, and slowly turn their goals into reality, while others, even after trying again and again, struggle to stay consistent? Have you ever asked yourself, why can't I be disciplined? Why do I feel super motivated on Monday, but lose it all by Wednesday? Why do I keep breaking my own rules? Maybe deep down, you do want to do something big. You want to change your life. But something invisible pulls you back into your comfort zone, the same place you're trying to escape. Now think about it. If discipline isn't a talent, and it's not something only a few people are born with, then how do some people stay so consistent? How do they stay focused even with distractions? How do they keep moving forward, turning small steps into big dreams? Do they have some secret? Actually, no. They're not from a different planet. They don't have any superpowers. They've just learned one simple truth. Discipline isn't about control, it's about freedom. At first, I was shocked too. We usually think of discipline as a cage, something that restricts us. But the truth is, discipline is the key that unlocks the life we truly deserve. Discipline is a promise you make to yourself and keep, no matter how you feel. It's the force that pushes you closer to the version of yourself you've always imagined. In this video, we'll explore that journey, the journey of someone who failed over and over, but then built a system and slowly became the person they always wanted to be. We'll talk about small, hidden habits that often go unnoticed, but they hold the power to completely change your life. You'll learn how discipline is built, how to stick with it, and how to turn it into a part of your identity, something that lasts. So if you've been starting over again and again, and there's a voice inside you saying, enough is enough, something has to change, then this video isn't just content, it's a mirror, one that shows you who you can become if you let discipline grow inside you. Get ready, because this isn't just about one idea. It could be the beginning of your new life. Chapter 1. The Power of Discipline. Have you ever noticed something strange? Some people don't have special talents. They don't have extra money, resources, or connections, yet somehow they move ahead in life. Step by step, they grow, succeed, and achieve big things. And then there are others who seem to have it all: intelligence, ideas, talent. But still, they remain stuck in one place. Maybe you've asked yourself, what's the difference? The answer is simple: discipline. Discipline is that quiet power that doesn't shout or show off. It works silently, in the background, slowly reshaping your life from the inside. Most people think success needs motivation or inspiration, but motivation comes and goes, like waves in the ocean. Discipline is different. Discipline is the anchor that keeps you steady, even in the biggest storms. Think about it. Does a great musician feel inspired every single day? Does an athlete wake up excited to train every morning? Number. But they show up anyway. They practice, they push themselves, because they've made a decision. They know who they want to become. Discipline isn't just about working hard, it's about making a choice to walk the harder path again and again, not because it's easy, but because it's right. Discipline is choosing to read a book at 11 p.m. instead of scrolling your phone. It's doing what's uncomfortable instead of staying in your comfort zone. And the reward? Discipline gives you something that no shortcut can ever offer: real skill, true confidence, and inner freedom. Yes, freedom. Because when you are disciplined, you don't get controlled by your mood or feelings. You take charge. You decide when to wake up, what to focus on, and how to move forward. Discipline saves you from future regrets, those "I wish I had" moments. So what does Chapter 1 teach us? Discipline is the bridge between who you are now and who you want to become. It's the foundation beneath every success story. Without discipline, dreams stay just that, dreams. But with discipline, a dream becomes a goal, and a goal becomes reality. Now ask yourself, am I living like the person I want to be? Or am I just wishing and then slipping back into my comfort zone? If that question stirs something inside you, then maybe just maybe. Now is the time to start your journey, the journey of discipline. Chapter 2, Breaking the Myth of Motivation. Have you ever wondered why we make big promises to ourselves every new year? This year, I'll change my life. I'll wake up early, get fit, study more, and become better. But after a few weeks, or even days, those same old habits come back. Why does our motivation feel so strong at the beginning, and then suddenly fade when things get a little tough? We've all heard this line, "You just need motivation and you can do anything." But is that really true? Let's be honest, motivation feels great. It makes you believe you can conquer the world. But here's the truth, motivation is just a feeling. And like all feelings, it comes and goes. One day, you feel powerful and ready to take action. The next day, you feel tired, distracted, or lazy. And just like that, your motivation disappears. So does that mean we can never succeed? Can we never fully change our lives because motivation won't stick around? Absolutely not. That's where discipline comes in. Discipline is what keeps you moving forward, especially on the days when motivation is nowhere to be found. Discipline means showing up and doing the work, no matter how you feel. It's about keeping your commitment to your goals. It's about trusting yourself enough to take action, even when your mind says, "Not today." Think about it. Why do some people go to the gym every day, even when they're tired? Why do some students study late into the night, even when they're not feeling motivated? It's not because they're superheroes. It's because they've built discipline into their daily life. They don't wait to feel motivated. They follow a routine. They've created habits that guide them, even when their feelings try to pull them off track. Now ask yourself, do you really need to chase motivation every single day? Or can you create a system that helps you stay consistent, even without it? Because if you always depend on motivation, you'll always be stuck in a cycle of start, stop, start again. But if you make discipline a habit, you won't need motivation to begin. You'll already be in motion. That's the key lesson of Chapter 2. Motivation is a feeling. Discipline is a habit. And once you bring discipline into your daily life, motivation becomes a bonus, not a requirement. So next time you feel unmotivated, don't worry. Just tell yourself, that's okay, discipline has got my back. Because the one who sticks with discipline, day after day, never loses. Chapter 3, Understanding Your Why. Have you ever set a big goal? Started with full energy, excited to begin? Everything went great for a few days, but then, slowly, the excitement faded. At first, you were motivated. Then, the excuses started. The determination turned into distractions. And before you know it, you're thinking, why can't I stick with this? The problem isn't your willpower. It's not even your intentions. The real issue is clarity. The real problem is not knowing the answer to the most important question of all. Why? You want to wake up early in the morning. But why? You want to stay consistent with your studies or work. But why? You want to become a better version of yourself. But why? Unless you have a strong, clear answer to why, no amount of discipline or routines will last long. Your why is the fuel that keeps you going, even when your energy is drained. Your why is the anchor that keeps you grounded, even when life gets tough. Now, think about this. If your why is just to impress others, or to keep up with someone else, it will fade away. But if your why comes from within, from your pain, your dreams, your deepest desires, then it will never go away. Let's go deeper. Have you ever asked yourself, why do I want this? What am I running from? What am I running toward? Discipline can feel like torture if you don't know what you're fighting for. A person who wakes up at 5 a.m. and works hard, even when they're tired, doesn't do it because someone told them to. They do it because there's something inside them that drives them. There's a deep why that doesn't let them stop. Chapter 3 teaches us that if you want discipline in your life, you first have to be brutally honest with yourself. You need to uncover the real reason behind your goals. You have to feel the emotions you've been hiding, the failures that still haunt you, the dreams you gave up because of fear or doubt, the version of yourself that's still inside, waiting to come out. discipline isn't just about following steps, it's an emotional journey, and it's only possible when you have clarity. And clarity comes when your mind is crystal clear about your why. So, do this today. Pick up your notebook or open your phone's notes app and ask yourself, what is my why? Why do I want to start this journey? When the answer comes, hold on to it. Read it every day. Write it on your wall. Keep it close to your heart. Because unless your why is strong, your how will never be powerful. Chapter 3 gives us a life-changing truth. He who has a strong enough, why can bear almost any how. Now, the question isn't, can you become a disciplined person? The real question is, have you found your why? Chapter 4, The Science of Self-Control. Have you ever wondered why, even when you know what you should be doing, reading, getting work done, eating healthy, staying off your phone, you still don't do it? You might have said, I'll just look at Instagram for 5 minutes, but suddenly an hour has passed. Or, it's a cheat day, I'll start fresh tomorrow. And tomorrow never comes. It's not just laziness. It's not a lack of willpower either. What you're experiencing is actually the science of self-control, and it's tied to a very deep part of your brain. Our brain has 2 parts. 1, the primitive brain. It craves instant gratification, the pleasure of the moment, and comfort. 2, the prefrontal cortex. It understands the consequences, sees the future, and helps you think long-term. Here's the issue. When you're tired, stressed, or bored, your primitive brain takes control. It says, just relax today, you've worked hard. And this is when self-sabotage happens. This is the moment when discipline and distraction fight. And often, we lose. Chapter 4 teaches us something important. Self-control isn't magic. It's a muscle, and just like your body's muscles, you need to train it. Every time you resist a craving, every time you fight the urge to check your phone, every time you push through something your mind wants to avoid, you are strengthening your self-control muscle. But if you give in to temptation every time, that muscle gets weaker, and you find yourself stuck in the same cycle. Your environment also plays a huge role in your self-control. If your room is messy, full of distractions, your phone is always nearby, and notifications are constantly popping up, no amount of willpower will help you. Because your environment is silently draining your energy. So, what should you do? Create your own system to support your willpower. Remove distractions, set up rituals, use reminders, trigger your brain in the right direction. Chapter 4 shows us that motivation alone isn't enough. We need to understand our brain, its weaknesses, and work with them. Self-control isn't just about strength, it's a strategy. When you learn this, you stop being a slave to your impulses. You become the master of yourself. Now think about this. Are you giving in to your impulses every time? Do distractions often pull you away from your goals? If yes, then there's only one solution. Train your brain. Strengthen your self-control. Build an environment that supports your discipline. Because when your mind is in control, your life is in control. Chapter 5, Mastering the Morning. The alarm rings. Your eyes slowly open. A voice in your head says, just 5 more minutes, and you pull the blanket over you. You turn over, and that morning victory quickly turns into defeat. But have you ever thought about it? Those 5 minutes aren't just a snooze. They are a decision that can shape the entire direction of your life. Mastering the morning isn't just about waking up early. It's about shaping your identity. Because morning is the purest, most powerful, and most personal time of the day. When the world is still sleeping, you have the rare opportunity to design yourself. If you can conquer your morning, you can conquer the whole day. The morning is a secret space where you can escape from distractions and gain clarity and control. Now think about this. If, as soon as you wake up, you grab your phone and start scrolling through social media, you're wasting precious energy without thinking. But if, instead, you begin your day with a little silence, stretching, gratitude, journaling, or deep breathing, you take control of the direction of your day from the moment you wake up. A morning routine is like a reset button. It reminds you daily of who you want to be. The best part? Morning time is the most powerful time to build discipline. At this time, your willpower is at its strongest. There are no distractions, no noise, just you and your goals. Morning routines don't need to be perfect, they need to be intentional. You don't have to do 10 different things, just pick 2 or 3 habits that keep you centered, focused, and energized. It could be 10 minutes of meditation, 15 minutes of reading, or 5 minutes of affirmations. These small rituals help establish the roots of discipline within you. And yes, getting up in the morning isn't easy. The bed pulls you back, excuses pop up. But every time you break out of your comfort zone, every time you push yourself to get up early, you don't just win time, you win yourself. Your morning routine is a message to yourself. I am ready. I am serious. I have woken up to my dreams. From today, morning isn't just a time block. It's your personal transformation zone. Always remember this powerful truth from Chapter 5. How you spend your morning determines how you live your day, and how you live your day shapes your future. Now the question isn't how busy are you? The real question is, do you treat the first hour of your morning as the most valuable part of your life? Because the person who masters their morning has the power to decide the direction of their entire life. Chapter 6. The discipline of saying no. How many times have you been asked for help or attention and you couldn't say no, even when you didn't have time for yourself or when your energy was drained? You said yes, and later felt exhausted, frustrated, and angry with yourself. Why? Because you were losing yourself in an attempt to please others. Discipline is not just about what you do, it's also about what you stop doing. Saying no is a skill, it's a superpower. But it's hard because when you say no to someone, you fear judgment, worry that you might hurt someone's feelings, or look selfish. But think about this. When you say yes to everyone, who are you fooling? Saying no doesn't mean setting barriers. It means protecting your priorities. Discipline is about knowing which activities give you energy and which ones drain you, which people help you grow, and which ones break you down. When you start saying no to every distraction, extra commitment, and unnecessary invite, you make space for the things that truly matter. A powerful life isn't made of random yeses. It's made of a clean, focused number. Saying no is not rude, it's clarity. And clarity is the greatest gift, both for yourself and others. Your time and energy are limited. If you stay available to everyone, you'll never truly be available to yourself. Yes, saying no feels uncomfortable at first, but long-term peace is found beyond that discomfort. So next time someone asks for something that conflicts with your core priorities, ask yourself, am I saying no to my growth in exchange for this yes? Because every time you say no, you are saying yes to your goals. You're saying yes to your health, your grind, and your future. You can't be disciplined if you can't say no. Every no strengthens the wall of your discipline. And the person who learns to say no at the right time never loses direction in life. Reliance and bouncing back. Sometimes life stops completely. You work hard, stay disciplined, and things are going well. Then something unexpected happens. You fall, your hopes are shattered, and you wonder, can I really do this? What do you do when you fall? The truth is, no one can stay disciplined forever. We all slip up sometimes. A one-day break becomes 2 days, then a week, and before you know it, you're stuck in the same cycle. But here's the real test. Do you get back up? Do you build yourself up again or give up? Resilience means holding on even when everything seems to be falling apart. The greatest strength of discipline isn't in consistency, it's in comebacks. Your greatest weapon is not a perfect routine. It's your ability to start again when everything goes wrong. Discipline and loyalty go hand in hand. When you fall, instead of drowning in guilt, tell yourself, this isn't my last fall and it's not my last start. The people who win are not those who are perfect, but those who get up again and again. Resilience is not an emotion, it's a skill. Every time you recover from failure, you unlock a new strength within you. Remember this, falling is normal, but staying down is a choice. The first step after you fall always feels the heaviest. But once you get up, once you build momentum, your spirit comes alive. Discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about being persistent. You might fall once or 100 times. It doesn't matter. What matters is how many times you get up again. And every time you get up, you're stronger than before. Your confidence grows, your self-respect returns. One day you'll reach that version of yourself that you once only dreamed of. So if you've fallen today, if you feel yourself falling apart, make a promise to yourself. I will start again, no matter how many times it takes. Because in the end, the winner isn't the one who never fell, but the one who got up every time they fell. For the last time. Chapter 7. Sustaining discipline for life. You've started with discipline, created a routine, fought distractions, and even got back up after falling. But now, the biggest question arises. Will all of this last? Can I live my entire life with this clarity, focus, and commitment? Discipline is not a 21-day challenge. It's a lifelong commitment. But don't worry, this doesn't mean you have to be perfect every day. What it means is that you live every day intentionally. Every day, you decide that your choices align with the future version of yourself. To sustain discipline, purpose is key. If you have a strong reason for why you want to be disciplined, you'll never have to force it. Ask yourself, why do I want to be disciplined? Is it just for productivity? Or do I want to reach the version of myself that is waiting to be unleashed? When your why is strong, discipline becomes the fire inside you, not a burden. And compassion is essential. There will be days when you get tired and want to stop. Instead of punishing yourself, understand your limits and gently get back on track. Sustainable discipline means creating a system that supports your goals. Build routines, habits, and an environment that preserve your energy rather than drain it. And most importantly, make discipline a part of your identity. Instead of saying, I'm trying to be disciplined, you'll say, I am disciplined. When discipline becomes who you are, making decisions becomes easier. You act from a permanent identity, not from temporary emotions. Life is not always smooth. There will be highs and lows. But with a long-term vision, you won't be shaken by short-term setbacks. Think like a marathon runner. You don't need to race ahead. Just keep moving forward, one step at a time. A little progress every day leads to small improvements, and eventually, you'll build a legacy you can be proud of. Discipline is not a destination. It's a lifelong journey. And if you're ready to embrace this journey, no goal, no dream, no vision will be too far for you. The day you tell yourself, I am ready to live with discipline, is the day your life takes a new path, where progress becomes your habit and excellence becomes your nature. Now, what will you do? You've learned how discipline begins in the morning, how it takes courage to say no, how resilience helps you fall and get up again, and how discipline is not just a quick fix but a lifelong habit. But the truth is, these words won't change your life. Your routine, your identity, your results, all of this will change with one decision. Do you want to be someone who gets inspired or someone who takes inspired action? Discipline isn't glamorous. It's not flashy. It doesn't shine on Instagram. Discipline is what persists when no one is watching. It fights your fatigue, battles distractions, and pushes you to stand up after every defeat. And one day, when people see your success and celebrate your results, you'll smile and think of only one thing: the discipline that got you there. I did everything that no one else would do. That's why I'm where no one has reached. So, don't just read this book. Start living it. Start your day with a little responsibility, right here, right now. Keep small promises to yourself, eliminate distractions, and stay on track. Remember, discipline is not about controlling your life, it's about taking charge of it. If this video has sparked something inside you, write in the comments, Day 1 starts today. And for those who want not just motivation but transformation, this video marks the beginning. Because those who walk the path of discipline win over themselves, and that victory is never lost. If this video has resonated with you, if it's reminded you of the version of yourself you may have forgotten, don't stop here. Like this video, it's a small action, but it shows that your journey has begun. Write in the comments, "I am disciplined," to commit publicly. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do so now, because here we don't just offer motivation, we offer transformation. Every week, we bring new books and ideas that can change your mindset, habits, and life. And always remember, discipline is not a skill, it's your identity. See you in the next video with a new book, a new thought, and a new you. Thank you.